Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's dedicated towards creating narcissistic abuse awareness and more so from a biblical standpoint. And I'll also be discussing other general life issues. A lot has been happening in life, my personal life and some close friends' lives, and yeah, so I had to give myself a break. Today I'm going to be discussing about when you've had enough with them, enough with the gameplays, with the abuse, with the condescending remarks, the humiliation, the devaluation. When you decide to leave, it won't be a walk in the park. It's not like any other relationship that has come to an end. There's a whole game to this when you're dealing with narcissists. The very first thing that you are going to experience when you leave a narcissist is the smear campaign. Long before the breakup, the narcissist has been smearing you. And what is even most amazing about all this is that it happens when they are actually love bombing you. This is the time when they are befriending your friends, your family members, your workmates, you name it. They are going to work around the clock to ensure that your friends become theirs. And they do it in a very subtle way whereby you wouldn't think they are actually smearing you. How was she when she was growing up? She must have been a very cheeky kid, a cheeky girl or boy. This way she behaves like she's crazy. Do you know, on any other given day, it appears normal. It appears like a normal conversation. But they are just throwing in subtle jabs there. They are setting the stage. Then tomorrow they'll be like, there are times when she can quarrel. And I'm just like, good Lord, I don't know how people who were living with her were managing. Dropping subtle hits about your kind of mental state. If it's the vulnerable narcissist, they'll come and tell you how along the way you have been, they'll tell these people how you have been abusive towards them and it has been tough on them. So in the end, you'll find that your people are siding with the abuser without your knowledge. And how they've done it is then the entire time you people have a discussion or a disagreement, or even if there's none, by the way, they'll go and talk to these people. They'll talk of how life is not so easy, but you know, they are managing. There are times when things get out of hand between you and them and you go off the handle. So it's tough for them. These people start feeling sorry for them. They are setting the stage. Tomorrow when you have broken up with them, these people go full blown. Do you remember how I used to tell you she was doing this or he was doing this? He used to insult me. He used to name call me. He wouldn't give me time to think. He was humiliating me. He or she said this and the other about you people. So you find that by the time you come out to talk about the abuse you've gone through, these people have smeared your name whereby no one is going to believe you. So when you decide to leave them or break up with them, the very first thing that you must expect is a smear campaign. This is not a normal breakup. You are dealing with a person with a personality disorder. 2, triangulation. The entire time they are talking to these people, they are actually triangulating you because they are introducing the third party in the relationship without your knowledge. Behind your back, these people have been talking to them about what is supposedly happening in the relationship. And unfortunately, it is rewritten history. They do not narrate events as they happen. Rather, they narrate the events to benefit them. They are the victim while you are the perpetrator. Yet, in reality, it's the other way around. So triangulation takes place big time. The third thing that happens is isolation. The triangulation and the smear campaign normally draws people away from you and it draws people to them. The best way to attack anyone is when they are defenseless. And defenseless always means when there's no one around to pick them up or to help them. And narcissists play this game big time. They love to isolate their prey. as long as you are alone, it is very easy to attack you. And the worst part about it is that they've already collected now flying monkeys or enablers, and by the prepare yourself, it can even be with your family members. They have set them up to do this. So you find that you are alone. There was this story in the Bible of the man who was possessed and was living in the graveyard, and he used to cut himself. This is what the narcissist does. They make sure they isolate you. Once you are isolated, it's very easy to attack you. About their motive for smearing you, isolating and triangulating you, is normally to make sure that you do not reveal who they are. Because when you're done, you're leaving them, you are going to say everything that ever happened, the kind of abuse they subjected you to. Remember, these people have a grandiose sense of self-importance. So the image they portray out is not the actual image of who they are. They always have two faces. The face inside the house and the face outside for the world. The grandiose face, the social butterfly, the kind and caring neighbor. That is what they portray on the outside. While on the inside, it's a monster. So for them to maintain that facade, will actually be steps ahead of you with the smear campaign. So in the end, you find that you cannot disclose what they have done, or if not, if you're disclosing, it will be a battle for you to convince people that you have actually gone through this abuse. Because remember, psychological abuse leaves no visible scars. It is the after effect that one notices this person has some kind of mental issues. But the mental issues, how did they develop? They did not see any physical violence. Rather, they overlooked things like the verbal, the emotional. Narcissists, it's all about image. So image is everything. If you come after their image, they are going to come after you. They'll do whatever it takes to stop you from exposing them. They can threaten to expose private messages or photos or anything like that you people shared while you were together. So brace yourself for the worst when you're leaving these people. And this is just in general terms. They live for their image, for it's their sense of security. So anything that threatens their image, they'll come after it. And always prepare yourself for the worst. Brace yourself for the worst when you're dealing with these people. There is nothing that they won't do to ensure that they bring you down while they are struggling to maintain the fake pseudo personality of the grandiose, good and kind, loving, caring neighbor. It's worse with family. If you're the scapegoated child and you're planning on leaving, the family will gang up against you because you are breaking a secret code. You cannot expose the dirty linen. You cannot in public. So they'll gang up against you, and you'll find that they'll even deny each and everything that ever happened to your face. But the beauty about it is that the moment you decide to leave, that is the saving grace you'll actually ever get, because that is the beginning of living. There are many more other things the narcissist will do to you when you leave them. However, these are the major ones you must expect. Thank you so much for watching. Blessings.